My name is Darrin Hoffman, and this is my son Sebastian and Nelhoff, and he has a brother, Francesco Nelhoff, a twin brother, and Sebastian, he has Down syndrome and he has autism and he's nonverbal, and I give most of his cares with taking care of him, like the toileting and feeding and dressing him and bathing him, and his brother also helps out too. So school's a really big support too as well. And we're members of Pax Christi. And Sebastian, he is 18 years old now, senior in high school, and then next year he'll go to it's a program for people with special needs after high school, and he'll go there till he's like age 22, 23. You like school? School, yep.
Yeah,
it's a sign for school. Yeah. Help Sebastian, he knows some sign language. One of our favorite things we like to do together is we like to swim together. And Rochester has a lot of wonderful lakes around here, and we try to go swimming every day together. And he's a good swimmer. And yeah, aren't you? Yes. And we like to go on swings together too. That's really fun. And I think putting him to bed at night too is just really I love it. I lay down with him but we watch the Wiggles and tuck him in, and yeah, that's just one of the most peaceful things for me too. So yeah, and I think too with with his brother, we do a lot of family things together. We'll take trips together. I used to be afraid to take trips with them, and after COVID happened and I started taking care of him full time, I started including Sebastian on all our trips, and it's really amazing that we still have a wonderful time wherever we go. We might not be able to do some of the hikes that just me and Francesco can do, but we can. There's a lot of adaptive trails, and you like going to. So we go to the hot tubs at the hotels. You like that? I like that, and something we've been able to go to some like hot springs too, where Seb really likes that. We all do. So yeah, I would think a lot of those are the things we love to do together. Around the time of COVID, if I didn't start taking care of him full time, he would have gone to a group home. And thankfully I had been paying attention to other people in life that at that point that were valuing kind of the underprivileged or the vulnerable or maybe the unwanted, and I looked at them, at their example, and then I kind of wanted to do that too. So I'm trying to do that today, and so far it's going good. Looking back when I was a child and either adolescence and as a young adult, I definitely viewed the world as a hierarchy. Some people are better than others, some people are worse, and as I've grown, and particularly taking care of Sebastian, and then become involved with groups like the Human Dignity group and other groups that have taught me to value what our society normally considers kind of throwaway type people, and so I learned to see that they have as much value as me, and we're equals. I went to church my whole life, but I just, early on, I was just paying attention to the people who I thought were like materially successful, that had a lot of money, and that, had a lot of success at their work, and yeah, everything kind of looked good in that aspect. And yeah, thankfully I'm learning that, that's not a way I want to grow. I mean, that is a choice I have, but I think with like Sebastian, I can grow more in a spiritual way. But yeah, it is a more of a way of suffering, and yeah, and I'm coming to understand too that it's that, I didn't really understand the whole concept of Jesus suffering on the cross. I didn't used to understand that at all. And I think I'm gradually starting to understand that, as particularly as I care for Sebastian and I involve myself with other people that are unwanted, and I'm learning to value them. So, but yeah, there's no there in doing this. There's not the glamour or the money that I initially thought I should go after in life. So that, but there's the spiritual rewards. I think more the rewards of the heart. Patience would be a good one. So learning to be a more patient person, and that's something I'm not naturally. and then service also, and I'm not naturally that either. So be more of, rather than expecting people to always be serving me, I'm in a role where I'm serving Sebastian quite a bit, and then humility too, which is. And yeah, like I say, these are three things that I don't really, I'm never really strong in, but I think I'm growing in it as I care for Sebastian. I still struggle, with anxiety and frustrations of things not going my way, but I think that it does, there is a piece to it that. That he brings to my life that I don't have without him. And there's a desire too to want to, even though there's always the I guess the pull of what's the word I'm trying to use, of the seduction. That's more the word, the seduction of like, you can easily put Sebastian in a group home, and then I can take more trips. I can go back to my job as a nurse, and people give me more respect for doing that. I'll make more money. I'll have more time off. All these kind of material things. There's always that seduction, but it's a lot more meaningful in the heart to care for. God made every person with purpose and value and out of love. Jesus came to teach and inspire us to love all of God's creation. So I was thinking that, and it's interesting that I remember as a kid, reading, articles about like how they could test for like unwanted people, or disabled people, and even as a Catholic, as a kid, seeing that, that kind of makes sense. Like, like how are these people gonna, contribute to our world? And, now I just don't think that way at all. I just think God's got a way bigger purpose than, or, bigger understanding, purpose than we'll ever understand. And like everybody belongs in this world. The most vulnerable have a reason, as much as the most successful. I mean, it's all as important. And I couldn't see that before, but it maybe, like I can say too, the gifts I feel that, I've gotten from our group and from caring for Sebastian, I think that's probably a lot of the purpose. And thankfully I'm able to see it now. And it's not there's not like pleasure in it, so there's nothing hedonistic about it. So I mean, I think it's not, attractive to kind of the world in general, but in a spiritual level, it can be attractive. The Pope is reaching out not just to Catholics, but to all people. And I wrote down, I do love this ecumenical message of Pope John Paul II. God wants all of us, Catholic and non-Catholic, to do good in this life and in this world. So I like the invitation of, it's like a, welcoming evangelical invitation to all people. When vulnerable human beings, such as the unborn or the elderly, are thrown away and disposed of, it becomes easier for our culture to hate and throw away and dispose of other vulnerable people, such as the disabled, the diseased, or the drug addicted or criminals. I think because like in my mind, it's, well, particularly abortion, that's, just so prominent in our culture. But then also with the elderly, that's becoming more prominent. In some states, it happens. So right now, those are pretty commonplace. And it's just, I just feel like when you have that, it's just so easy to, all the other ones to, more just like, we can just kill, these people too. They're not really valuable. And I think conversely, when our society works to care for and love and protect all persons, particularly its most vulnerable persons, then the more it will care for and love and protect and respect all people. We're all called to be saints, and I'm trying more to do that. And I'll never do it perfectly, but trying more to go down that road.